I just want you to know I can't stop watching this. I don't know whose idea it was to put Subway Surfer. This is Subway Surfer, the video game.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to Tactically Inappropriate, guys. It's been a while since we've been on, but we are back, and we're probably going to be
better than ever. Better than ever.
More inappropriate, anyway.
Less Kyle.
All
R.I.P. Kyle. We will be missed.
We lost.
We'll see him next week.
We lost Kyle, but we replaced him with someone even gayer.
We did.
Even gayer?
But more interesting.
That was you.
Whoa!
I
had no idea.
Yeah, that was you.
That's you, Nick.
That was you.
The real reason we brought you along.
Oh, nice.
All right, guys. If you're
hello,
turn the phone off, camera guy.
On, dude. Come on. Come out here and
He
show us
just
the cut.
left.
All right, guys. If you're going to get offended, turn it off. Turn it off now, because we're going to talk about Epstein. We're going to talk about
Mossad.
We're going to talk about jerky.
Yep.
We're going to talk about pizza. All the things.
That news lady
all the
grandma?
things that I used to love, and now I don't know if I'm
Oh,
allowed
the
to love.
news lady who the Jews were told to kidnap. We're going to talk about.
We have a theory.
All those
we have a
things.
theory.
We popped open the Bearded Viking mead. I got some raspberry lemonade. What do you got over there, Nick?
I got blueberry lemon.
I picked this up
Says,
from.
You drank all yours already.
I'm almost. I like it. It's good.
Yeah, we've been into it for a little while now.
Yeah.
Picked it up at the Fusion.
Says
liquor
it's
store.
veteran owned and operated. That's cool.
That's cool.
Good stuff.
You guys go check out Bearded Viking mead. They got some good stuff. It's the same stuff that they made back in Robin Hood. What was it? Friar Tuck.
Friar Tuck, yeah. And even before him.
Leif Erikson.
Even before.
The dude that actually discovered America.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get into
Vespucci.
Who?
Vespucci.
America.
Vespucci.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all.
wasn't there
that's all
somebody before
bullcrap
him?
too. There's been people here way before.
So is
Mary
Harriet Tubman. So.
It's-
She got hit on the head as a kid, and like the story is all.
It's on the internet.
Seven levels of fake.
If it's on the internet, you have to believe
7
it.
levels.
It's gotta be true.
Of probably fake.
7-Eleven?
So Reddit told me.
Seriously, if it's on the internet and Trump said
Can
it,
you
it's
not
true.
look at this and look at me?
I can't,
can't
now.
stop looking
Don't
at it.
Oh, there's a commercial.
Tempur-Pedic
A Tempur-Pedic commercial
God.
now. Thank God there is.
All right,
Did you
I'm
say
back.
it's an ED commercial?
I don't have a problem not watching that.
Why was that so addictive?
Don't take Cialis. If you're
Somebody hit
allergic
the
to Cialis.
skip button. Hit the skip button.
I'm trying so hard right now.
So
I just need to
hard.
skip it so
Oh,
bad.
jeez. All right, let's dive into the Epstein files, the $3.5 million. That's Scrubs. Good job.
Another
Like the
commercial.
TV show?
Who doesn't have YouTube Premium?
I don't
by
pay
now?
for YouTube Premium.
Scrubs
my
was a
God.
good show when it
I
came
don't
out.
have YouTube Premium.
Do you
either.
think they could make Scrubs today? That's like the question on every show that exists.
Why couldn't they make
Every
Scrubs
show
today?
that-
Pitch it to me, because I don't know. I haven't watched.
I don't
Scrubs
know.
in
I was
forever.
just stupidly asking a question for content.
They
'cause you
couldn't
guys
make Tropic
invited me
Thunder
here to
today,
talk.
so there's.
So,
They really couldn't
They-
make Tropic
no.
Thunder today. It,
No.
it wouldn't work at all.
do you think they could do the original Bugs Bunny today?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
because
don't.
because
You
he
got-
did trans.
They're yeah.
No.
Because he did
Yep.
trans.
Yep.
I'm here for the Confederate Bugs Bunny.
There's a Confederate Bugs
There
Bunny?
is a Confederate
Absolutely
Bugs Bunny.
is.
Nuh-uh.
He's the right one, yeah.
How do I not know this?
His side won.
Because you don't.
Yeah, exactly. Damn, now we know what's up with that. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Epstein.
All right.
So they dropped 3.5 million files.
And hold on, let's start with how many people have been arrested as a result of those 3.5 million files. All right, now that we're done with that segment, we're going to go on to the rest of it.
So zero people.
Because it's zero people.
Here's the thing. So they have all these files out here. They have all these things that there's not enough evidence to go arrest anybody on. But they redacted all the names.
They redacted
All
the
the
names of the
people-
senders, not of the victims.
They
Yes.
they redact.
Yes.
Yeah, so the victims are in the files,
Yep.
and they redacted all the names of the senders.
Oh no, it's terrible that happened to you. We don't know who sent it.
It's crazy.
insane.
It's almost like they're covering things up. But yeah, what do you got?
I have a question.
We have a rule on this podcast
Yes.
since you're new. You're not allowed to raise your hand when you have a question.
What if I just put my hands up
You have to put
like
your feet
this?
Just like
Ricky,
that.
Ricky Bobby style. I
Just
don't know
like
what to do with my
that.
hands.
Yeah.
And
what to do with my head.
You do that, I'll call on you.
all right. So my question
Nick,
is,
go ahead.
yeah, thank you.
I can't stop
How
looking
long
at
have we? Stop it! Stop
Subway
it!
Surfer.
How long have we known about these files, and how long have they been redacted?
Well, we've known about them since before Epstein killed himself,
Killed himself.
allegedly.
Epstein
So,
didn't kill-
question is:
Epstein
everybody else's name that's dead, are their names redacted or not redacted like his?
Depends if they're actually dead or not, I guess.
Like hit? What do you mean? Epstein's
So-
name's not redacted.
Correct, because he's dead.
That's why.
He's actually not.
Right.
But
I'm getting
The sh-
into it.
the
I don't
sh-
believe Epstein's dead.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see the picture on the internet of him with the beard
Yes.
and long hair
Yes.
in Israel?
I'm
Now,
not 100%
was
sure.
that a,
No,
Oh, you're yeah.
Israel.
Oh, we're getting into
it's
it.
Israel.
Oh, no.
It's all
Are
Israel.
we supposed to drink when we
It really
say
is
Israel?
though.
Yes, they did.
It's Mossad. Mossad has their hands in literally everything, and nobody, like, if you say anything about it, they make you act like you're a crazy person.
Yep.
But they do have their hands in everything. And then when it starts getting out there that there's something about them that's not right, they start. I have campaigns pop up on my phone now about how great Mossad is on social media, all over it, just for.
End the U.S. hatred of the Jewish people. Like I had one of those commercials
It just
pop up the other day. I'm
pops
like,
up all
what?
over. And
I don't hate the Jewish people. I just hate that they're
Did
trying
I
to
see
run
a-
my country.
Did I see a Jew ad during the Super Bowl?
I believe I did.
You did a
believe I did.
whole
A
ad
whole
just for
entire
the Jews.
commercial just
Just
for the Jews, right? That was a thing?
I didn't
You
see-
saw more than one. One just had Jews in it. The
I'll
others
give
were
them
just paid
this.
for
There
by
are Christian ads during the Super Bowl
were.
too. So I mean,
No, I'm not hating on
gonna
it. I'm
go-
just saying.
And really
I've never
conservative
seen an
ads,
advertisement who's like, "Oh, Jews," kind of deal. It was very like on a platter, like, "Oh, look, Jews." Like, here's you a blue sticky note.
But to be fair, every year there's Christian ads on the Super Bowl. I'm happy that there's Christian ads on there all the time. But
ads victimizing themselves?
no, they're
no.
not. They're not. They're talking about loving everyone, 100%. But the Jewish
Wait,
ads
you
are
mean they
always
don't have
about-
an agenda?
dude.
Who, the Christians or the Jews?
The Christian ads don't have an agenda.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here's
No,
the
they're,
problem.
They're just trying to make things better.
Here's the problem. Every time we start talking about this, you'll get one side is like, yeah, them Trump tards, it's Trump. Trump's a pedophile. And then you get the other side. It's like, the Clintons are all the pedophiles. And then we're just sitting here arguing over red and blue instead of they're all a bunch of pieces of shit
it's
that are
everyone. colliding
to run everything that we do and keep us fighting with each other while they steal everything that we have and control everything. I've literally come to the conclusion that these guys are involved in literally every aspect of life and own every important person that does anything.
A Jewish company, well, an Israeli company just bought ExpressVPN. And that's the 8th big tech acquisition that they've acquired this year.
They bought Discord too.
They bought, yep.
And they're
Really?
they're also in negotiate. We were so worried about China owning TikTok. Bibi literally is on record I think
I'm
it
gonna
was 2
buy it.
months ago.
I'm gonna buy
and
it.
he said the most important thing they can do is buy TikTok.
Yep.
He literally said it. We
But
have to
but
run
why?
it so we can.
Well, he sees how
And he
much
talks
influence
about-
that,
yeah,
he sees
sorry.
how much influence that has in America.
Right.
So they can put out more commercials.
Well, he talked about censoring in the video where he's talking about TikTok. He talked about censoring X and TikTok. The entire time that he's talking about it, he's like, it's so important that we own that. It's so important that we own that.
We should have control over it.
And the funny thing is, he says we, like he would own TikTok, but then they're selling it to us like, oh, it's just a Jewish company with some money that's going to buy
who owns-
TikTok. It's a free market, but it's Bibi's talking about we own TikTok.
Who
So
owns TikTok now?
the Chinese,
Chinese own TikTok right now.
a Chinese owned
conglomerate.
Yeah, a Chinese conglomerate owns TikTok. And we were so worried about spying and foreign intelligence and what the Chinese are doing. And don't get me wrong, that might be a genuine concern. I really don't know. The Jews haven't told me what to believe in that aspect yet. But that might be a genuine concern. But selling it to Mossad's not the answer. There's just so many questions that my God. I mean, and these people are. We look at these files, and all you got to do is go interview these people that they talk about. Have you the people that are actually in the files? And they're like, "Oh, this is a hoax." This that. Have we talked to them?
I'm right here.
I keep looking at it. I do. I hate it. I hate that. We're never
I
playing
really
that in the
like
background.
it.
We're
I
never playing
actually
that in the
like it.
background.
That one's not
Well,
for
I'm
you.
trying to look at you. I'm trying to look at you, and
Hey,
then I
when-
started
when-
looking right in the middle.
When ads come back on, if a Jewish ad doesn't pop up, I'm going to be upset.
Oh, there's.
The algorithm has got us now.
Blue sticky
Doesn't
notes.
Florida have some kind of new law where you can't talk about Jews?
So James Fishback is running for governor now.
Do you think he set his own yard on fire? I think he does. I think he did. That's.
I don't
Did you see
know
that
anything
video?
about this.
Really?
You have to
All I
play
will
that back
say-
for me?
Oh wow.
Is if he didn't, he had a lot to gain by that being set on fire.
So what happened?
So, tell everybody who this guy is.
So James Fishback is running for.
To replace DeSantis when DeSantis is
Yes,
term
he's
is
running
over.
for governor of Florida. In the next election, he's running against Byron Donaldson, who Byron Donaldson is Byron
Donalds.
I'm sorry, Byron Donalds is one of the highest fined congressmen in Congress for insider trading.
Interesting.
Hired
Wait,
Dan
they get
Crenshaw?
fined for that?
What?
Hiring Dan Crenshaw?
Yes.
Like there be
fine.
treasure in APAC.
Like fine. So when they pass the insider trading law, it's not actually a law. They just get fined for not reporting what they're actually
Unreported gains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underreported, they get fined. So they pay. He paid like a $25,000 fine on millions of dollars that he's made off of. I mean, good God.
I'd make that sacrifice.
What?
You take that deal? I'd take
I'd take that.
That's a
Damn
good
good
deal.
deal.
Yeah.
Damn good deal.
Who cares, right? But so, and Byron was endorsed by Trump. And honestly, like at this point, a Trump endorsement, it just looks retarded.
So is Tony Gonzalez.
Tony, Trump endorsed Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez was having an affair with a woman who set herself on fire.
Set herself on fire to die.
Women are crazy. I think we can all agree on that at least.
Didn't that guy
Gandhi?
didn't he do that same thing?
Yeah.
I don't know how Gandhi
Yeah.
died, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, didn't there was
was
monks
ti-
do that shit because
Yeah,
of
monks.
oppression? So
The
it
guy
was
did it outside of.
I don't think she did it because of oppression. I think she did it under coercion.
I didn't think she
From
did it
the
because
Jews?
somebody set her on fire.
Yeah.
So Tony Gonzalez has huge donations from APAC.
Yes.
APAC is a
Is
huge
APAC
supporter.
just? Can we just say Jews? APAC is Jews.
I don't
why
know.
do we
You
use
two-
these terms?
Yeah, if you say
What does
APAC is
APAC
a
stand
Jewish-backed super PAC.
What does it stand for?
so, APAC doesn't even have to register as a foreign lobbying group.
Nope.
AIPAC. What does that stand
They're not.
for? Or is it AEYPA?
It's AIPAC.
It's AIPAC.
What does that stand for?
It stands for the American Israeli Public Affairs Committee.
That's it.
Interesting.
That's
Israeli.
exactly
So that's
what it stands
Mossad.
It is an American-based, Israeli-backed,
That has
Israeli-paid for
So there's a
super
lot
lobbying
of
group.
American Israelis.
There's a lot of
there's a
Israelis
few.
in America.
I'm right here.
I'm,
I'm right here.
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking
I'm
right
looking
at
straight
you.
at you, Dick. What are you talking
My, what
about?
pretty eyes you have.
My
Get those
sunglasses. That way you can't tell where I'm looking.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this plan. Here we go.
You're
This is
just
good.
such a sexy man.
good.
That
No,
I
it's okay.
have to,
Can't-
I have
can't
to
help
make
it.
sure it's
all
the
right.
beard.
It's all right.
It's the beard. I
beard.
Your,
I
your
have to look
sunglasses are
away.
up here, by the
Yeah.
way.
I have to. Oh, there we go. Oh, now we're gonna get some fun comment on my gay hat that I have on.
Yeah.
So let me just go ahead and throw that out there. If you're not smart enough to understand what the hat means,
Why
then
the red, white, and
you
blue
probably-
is not there,
Yeah.
and the gay pride flag
Well, it's
is.
Pride Month for
if
him.
you're not smart enough to get the hat, then
Yeah.
just
Just stop.
turn the
I
podcast
recently
off.
learned
right
this thing tonight called 70, so maybe that's what people are.
You're,
70.
you're probably 70.
Yeah.
I can't believe he called you 70.
It's okay. I mean,
That's messed up.
You know.
So if you didn't know, you're not supposed to say the word. Well, Corbin's gonna have to bleep this out. You're not supposed to say the word retard
I don't think it's
on
a bad word.
social media.
Trump uses
I
it.
don't care.
I don't think it's a bad
He
word.
said we should
I think they
unban
changed
retard.
that last year.
I think it should be used more often. I think it's
because there are a lot of retarded people out there.
Yeah.
The world was better back when we could use it as a realistic derogatory term to people that were being retarded.
But
I think
now
it
we just
still is.
now we just call people 70 because the IQ level of mental retardation is 70 and below.
Do we want to go over why they
Yes,
dropped it from
100
85 to
No,
70?
that's not what I read. Why they dropped it. AI has a great sense of humor though. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know what I knocked over, but so AI was I was looking this up to see if it was true. They told me that they dropped the level of mental retardation from 85 IQ down to 70. So I looked it up to see if it was true, and AI said yes, it's true. Back in 1973 or 77 or something like that, they dropped the IQ level to 70 for mental retardation instead of 85, and AI said literally, people were cured of this disease overnight.
A bulk of them were. Wow.
Wow.
The ones between 85 and 71 were good to go.
The final solution.
Could you imagine how many people would be considered mentally retarded today if it was still at 85? Because I've met the general population.
That'd be
It's-
like
it's
bumping
pretty
up the
bad.
number of people that graduate high school by lowering an F to like 40 instead of 57 or whatever it is right now.
It's
Yeah.
You don't
pretty
think
much.
they did that so
you
people
didn't
could
fail
pass the
anymore.
ASVAB score?
What's that?
You don't think they had anything to do with the passing the ASVAB score?
Oh,
I
Ooh.
don't know. I typed it into AI.
I know women-
Everything AI says is true. You didn't know that?
I know women definitely
Everything
don't
on the
same
internet-
internet standards.
Claude knows best.
Everything on the internet's true.
It has to be true.
And I can't help but
You know,
to
Abraham
glance
Lincoln
at
said
the-
that anything you
I-
find on Google is indeed true.
Whichever
said
one of
that.
y'all
He did
suggests.
say that.
Oh, Abraham Lincoln. that's
Abraham
what-
Lincoln said that.
I
did
saw
say
that on
Yeah.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whoever suggested to turn this on, I
Fuck
hate
you.
I hate
Fuck
you.
you.
I
Fuck
hate-
you.
I hate.
Taylor's
you.
been watching it for the
I
past
can't
I have
stop.
too.
told anybody.
I'm
I'm
not-
winning.
I'm not.
I'm like willing this little dude on the surfboard to jump.
Not setting. All right, did y'all read where they were talking about pizza? So Pizzagate was, oh, you're a crazy
Oh, no.
nutbag if you talk about Pizzagate.
They were suppressing Google searches of it and everything. Like if you searched it, it was like, hey, just so you know, there's a conspiracy theory that this was this whole
Yeah, it
thing.
was a
And-
QAnon,
And it doesn't, it's a QAnon BS thing. And no, there's nothing wrong with Pizzagate. Turns out.
And then, so Tucker and Ian Carroll were talking about it the other day.
They were.
And, like, there's a few different times where they're just, the emails between Epstein and different people just randomly start talking about
How good the pizza was.
No, and how good the pizza was. Pizza and let's go out for more
Let's go get
pizza
more
and grape
pizza.
soda.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
what billionaires talk about pizza and grape soda?
Maybe they just grew up poor.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've been so rich for so long they forgot that pizza and grape soda were a thing, and then they
Someone
got
sold that to him. Like, have you ever had
reacquainted
this
to them.
before?
Is
It's
pizza,
really good.
oh!
is pizza and grape soda a thing?
Have you never had
You've
pizza and
never
grape
had
soda
pizza and
together?
grape
Together?
soda?
No.
Oh my
When's
word.
the last
you're-
time you actually had grape
I'm
soda?
white.
When was
I
the last time you had
drink
You
grape
don't drink
soda?
grape soda?
No, I'm
Really?
I'm
Wow.
white.
Man.
I don't care
I grew up drinking grape
I
Coke. I'm
drink
not gonna
grape
lie.
soda now. Every now and then I'll go into
Yeah.
Walmart. I'm like, man, I don't go to
if
Walmart.
I was going to drink grape soda, I wouldn't go with the actual soda. I'd have to go with a purple drink.
Purple drink.
Drink.
Purple
Yeah,
drink.
that's when you're really poor. When you
It's like
drink
the brother to the character that we've come up with for some of our content. That we should red drink.
yeah, we can't.
that the-
Red drink.
I've seen
Off-brand?
him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, I saw him. Big
Red-
guy.
Red drink's a lot of fun.
Big guy, right? Yeah, he's
I,
pretty cool.
it did that Forrest Gump thing. It was funny.
Yeah.
So-
RIP.
So is Pizza Gate and Pizza this and
Do you know what Pizzagate? Do
Jerky.
you know what Pizzagate
Ooh.
is?
yes, is all of that in these emails a pseudonym for something else? Is that what
We
that-
think so,
I mean,
but we're not sure.
well, I mean, nobody's gonna. Here's the thing. Here's what I think happened. There's 3.5 million emails, right? I literally think that some of this is true, and then they dumped so much shit into it that's so absurd that we have to sift through all of this crap that no one's ever going to go to jail, no one's ever going to get held accountable because there's so much craziness in every bit of this that there's no way you could do anything to anybody. And
Yeah.
that's the whole point of why they did every bit of this.
They dumped all. They didn't hit the good
I-
stuff.
I
They
think
didn't hit the.
They're prepping us for something really, really crazy that the general public's gonna be like, yeah, no, that's just got to be fake. That can't actually have.
Well, I mean, what if it's just in there and like it's just like tucked away? Like, we found pizza. We found people have seen jerky. People have seen other words like keywords, but like
Well, the word
what is
torture
the
comes up quite a
keyword?
bit,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
It
Yeah.
does.
Here's the thing. So, too, they get so. Let's imagine you're just a billionaire and above the law and have more money. There's nothing else you can do to satisfy anything, right? Like
the humans throughout the whole course of history. And
yeah, right. Like
lizard
they have
people, kings and queens.
Flat earthers.
Right,
You think there's lizard people?
100%.
Really?
You think
where
they're
do you
Earth's
they
flat?
They're
came
the
from?
elites.
Do you-
Have you not seen the videos
Where
of
do you think they-
Hillary?
Why do we
No,
not have
seriously.
lizard people still if they were the elite?
They're so
They're more well
most
disguised
people,
than
most
they used to
people,
be.
most people that believe in lizard people, and this I don't know is true, but and at this point I won't shun away anything. But most people who believe in lizard people think they're shapeshifters, and that they pretty
you
much.
think they're shapeshifters?
So there's a video, and you can probably find it.
Oh
of-
man, hang on,
of-
let me
get
let me
your phone.
I'm getting. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna.
So-
I'm getting ready for this.
Nick may
All
be
right,
the
Nick.
funnest
All right,
guest
Nick,
I'm
we've
what-
had.
taking. I'm taking this
Yeah.
in.
What are we looking up?
You
So
might be coming
look
back
up the
every
video
week.
of Hillary as a lizard person drinking water.
No.
Do Hillary lizard drinking water.
Does she tongue the water?
It goes all the way down to the bottom of the glass, bro.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does. Too.
But there's so much AI. That's another thing. AI's out there, so no one knows what's true or not.
So there's a
anymore.
book called
1984.
no. Well, yes.
Orwell had
we're
that one
living
right.
that, yeah.
Orwell had
There's
that
a
one
book
right.
called Like War by P.W. Singer. It took me like 2.5 years to read because I'm dumb. And P.W. Singer goes through the entire history of the internet, how it came to be, and all the stuff. And
Al Gore invented it.
Huh?
That was a joke.
Okay.
Man, bear,
Over
pig.
my head because I'm 70.
Yep.
So
Al Gore said he invented the internet.
Huh?
Al Gore claims
I thought he was the
invented
weather
internet.
guy.
No, Al Gore. Al Gore ran for president
know.
back against Bush, and he
He believes the man, bear, pig.
and Al Gore actually said that he created.
Well, what
the
if he
internet.
did?
Well, he did not.
How do you know?
It's been
Were you there?
okay. You're right.
See?
You're right.
Who did
Right.
create the internet?
Al Gore.
Right.
I don't
Back to
know,
the
but it
lizard
wasn't
people
Al
and
Gore.
Hillary doing the freaky
he's-
nasty
What?
on the bottle.
See? My
I'm saying?
bad, I
Look,
interrupted.
look
Yeah,
at this. Look at this
interrupted.
live. This is a live reaction of lizard people.
There's
Well, no,
way.
she's like drinking the water and like green orbs are falling into
Yeah,
the water out of her
right.
mouth.
No.
'Cause she's a
There's
lizard
no way it's
person.
real.
No.
She's look it up. It's all on the internet.
It's no way
real.
it's real. Corbin, you're
this.
gonna have to edit the video.
Let me see.
Look
in-
at this.
into
Look at
this
What-
of Hillary.
They show it in full speed and then they show it slowed down.
She coughs a little bit.
She coughs. She's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need some water in my life." Hang on. Grabs the water, and there's the orbs.
What?
Hang on, hang on.
What the heck? I
Here's-
didn't
Here's the,
see any
here's the
orb.
slow mo on it.
I didn't
Wait
see
for
it.
it. Wait for it.
The
She spit something out.
Yeah, she's like spitting green orbs into the
If
water.
that's real.
So anyway, the book called Like War.
So
goes
anyway,
over the history of how the internet was invented, and it goes into how bots do a whole bunch of shit to coerce and manipulate data and a whole bunch of other things. And then it goes into how AI, meaning what we're seeing live now, but this was written, let's say, 10 years ago. And it goes through the whole process of how AI is going to change, and you'll never be able to believe a thing that is put in front of you again, just like how you guys are captivated
Project
by
Bluebeam.
this shit.
I'm not
I'm
watching
looking at
that.
you now.
You
I'm
are-
not watching
He
it.
hasn't been. And he was the one interested
no,
in
I,
lizard
I have
people.
been.
I-
was,
No, it's
all right.
I refuse to watch-
He was grinding.
I
some
refuse
rails.
to watch this, Nick.
Yeah. I'm
I'm not doing it.
But no, there is soon to be a time within the next, maybe even this year, that we'll never be able to believe anything that's put in front of
It's
your face.
already
I'm pretty much
there.
already. I'm pretty
It's
much
already
already there. Like you got to think, we are literally reading Epstein files, and half people are
Having to have a
some of them-
conversation
Some of them,
about.
me included, are like, ain't no way, ain't no way, ain't no way. Pizza's the
Right. So when you're thinking about what we're reading in the Epstein files, go back and read what the preachers did and back in the day. Go back and read what Catholic, the Vatican did to the Knights Templar.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've-
the
I've
witch
listened to
trial.
all
So,
that,
so
right.
all of this history of what human people do to each other.
Sure.
To say that it doesn't exist now in modern times,
yeah.
that's a falsehood
No,
that you're
uh-uh.
putting on a veil.
Right. We've evolved enough to not believe in any of
Right.
it or any of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just believe it's all demonic. And everybody has their own belief
Sure.
of what it is. I think it's Satan and demons, and that's what I believe it is.
Both hands.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right.
Nick, go
Yes.
ahead.
So even
You're
if
the wrong
we
college.
even if we wood chipper the entire process right now, blow up what Pam Bondi says will ruin the entire system, quote unquote, if she said it all those words. To think that it won't happen again in another 100 years,
Yeah,
that's a
it's crazy.
fallacy.
Well, I feel like if you got rid of
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
When you say wood chipper the whole entire process, do you mean actually wood chipper the entire process?
Yes.
Okay, just
Because
making
that's-
sure.
What other way is there to eliminate it?
Just getting some clarity.
There's
just
no
getting
other
some
way.
clarity.
We're not ever going to vote our way out of
Nope.
it. But also, they've made it so. You want
Yeah,
in?
it wasn't
Yeah.
your turn.
Go.
I mean, if you got rid of everyone, someone else would just take your place.
100%.
They
And-
would.
100
That's what we're talking about.
I don't think we're going to jump straight into the deep end.
But if we-
someone will
There needs to be a
naturally-
reset.
If we gutted everything and reset, we would at least be starting.
Yeah, but how many
afresh.
people are so close to that point already? Like, where do you draw the line?
I don't.
Your
I
local
don't know.
politician, or do you start school teachers?
Your politicians.
Politicians.
Because they're making the decisions and that are affecting.
Okay,
their
well then
lives.
politicians leave, and then the one school teacher who be a little crazy and ends up in the politician spot, and then all of a sudden it gets worse.
What's your answer for it? Do you have an answer? Any
No,
sort of
no,
answer
no. I'm
whatsoever?
just saying the problem is one person will fill the role. And I mean, as far from the top trickling down to the bottom, someone at the bottom has the same thoughts and beliefs as the person at the top. And they'll probably act on that.
So
They
you
just
know-
don't have the resources.
Yeah, we don't have the resources.
So the problem, the real problem is we'll never fix it. Let me tell you why. We're too comfortable. First
Yeah.
off, like we're sitting here playing on our phone. I mean, I can play this stupid Subway Surfer.
But you'd rather
game
watch
right
it.
here. Whatever.
I would
Honestly,
not- I
I'm
would
getting
not-
really good at this.
Like I'm yeah. So I'm mesmerized by this at the moment, which is part of the problem, right? That they have crap like this to mesmerize you. But
Folks, we started this podcast and stopped. We were playing poker, and Chris couldn't focus enough to conversate while we were playing poker.
Yeah,
So
but I'm ADD.
we restarted
we
this.
decided
so
to
we
put
added
something
this.
giant on the screen.
yeah, screw
Yeah.
y'all. So
You want to switch chairs? Maybe you can focus up.
no, I'm good.
right.
I'm good. I put
you?
my sunglasses
I don't want you to
on.
switch chairs. Nick's adding a lot to this conversation.
Yeah, Nick.
I don't want him over here captivated.
Crusaders.
All right. So the
Crusades.
the problem is the political elite also have us believing that, it's like January 6th was there for a purpose, right? January 6th was put there so the other side would talk about political violence. Oh, political violence is so bad, and it should never get to the point of violence. But our ancestors didn't think that. Our country was literally founded on political violence.
On Christmas Day.
We started this entire thing on political violence. And I'm not sitting here saying that we go out and start shooting politicians, but we should start prosecuting them and then hanging them.
Holding them accountable.
100. But here, let's say they are these evil pedophiles that we think they are. And Mossad is literally, Trump said, oh, we got to concentrate on more important stuff because
What's more important than that?
we're fixing the economy and we're doing this and we're doing that. What is more important than some people blackmailing our leaders that make decisions about our lives every single day and blackmailing them using a pedophile ring? Is there anything more important than that?
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Nick.
Yes, protecting the children.
Well, that's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. That's why. How could anything be
Thousand
more
things
important?
Well,
Yep.
5 minutes ago, Trump said that the entire Epstein thing was a hoax.
Right.
Like the guy that has more power than any other human being on planet Earth, and was like, no, that's a hoax, doesn't exist. And then 20 minutes later, we have 3.5 million emails and counting.
So here's what I think. I think Trump was very,
Yep.
very easy to get into a room with some 15, 16
Probably in a bad situation.
They may have told Trump that they were 18, 19 years old before. But I think they got some pictures or whatever, video,
Stormy
whatever,
Daniels, Tim,
of
all over
Trump
again. Yep.
Trump with 15, 16-year-old girls. I don't think Trump's like a little kid pedophile. I think he's he liked younger, and people are gonna get pissed off at me for saying this. I think Biden's like a little kid pedophile.
Yeah,
I think
okay,
Biden
weird.
likes little
Is
kids.
Biden even in the Epstein files?
He's
I don't
not,
believe
though.
so.
Interesting.
That should tell you something.
So here's something I think I read the other day on the internet is that every mention of Trump in there, he is a informant.
He could be. I don't know anymore. That's the problem.
Didn't they post today? Someone found it today, and it was talking about how Trump ended up being in a room with these people, and they ended up somehow introduced him to some teenagers or something like that, and he was like, "Hell no, I'm out of here." I saw something post about that today. Obviously, there's so much shit to go through.
Right.
You cannot.
You never know what's
if
real.
you see a post or an article about it, you can barely go back and find that.
So, but
it's
here's,
so deep in there.
here's the problem. So if you say something about Trump, then all his just people that worship him will jump on you and say you're a traitor, you're this, and literally will let him get away with anything. And then they'll start calling you a libtard, and then the liberals will jump on. See, we told you, Trump.
Told you so.
Your people aren't any better.
Nope.
So don't sit here and lecture me about our people. Your people suck just as bad. I like when you do that.
Yes.
Nick?
It's a formality, right?
It's like a moment of-
level. It's a level of civility.
It's a
which
moment
we
of
don't have in
centering. Yeah, I like
society anymore. So, question: how come Thomas Massey and that one other guy are the only ones getting names redacted at even a slow pace?
that are getting names.
Unredacted?
Unredacted. Thank you.
Unredacted.
I used the wrong terminology.
I know people very well. I'm friends with people that are very good friends with Thomas Massey. And like gotten really close with people who are really. I don't know Thomas Massey at all. I respect him, and I think he's actually a legitimate person that is trying
I think
hard.
he's one of the last bastions of real
Now,
Americanism left in
could
politics.
100% be wrong, right?
Yep.
But I truly think that from the people that I know that know him personally, that he is a decent human being that is trying to do the right thing. And I think and I think that's why they're going after him right now. And he's actually trying. And the other guy's a Democrat, Ro Khan. Now,
Yep.
I don't know anything about him hardly at all. I don't know if he's doing it for the right reasons or if he's doing it so he can make the Republicans, since they're in charge right now, look worse than anybody. Johnny's got the.
Look what I got, Dad. Look what I got.
Johnny's
Wonder
got.
where you learned this today.
I couldn't imagine. It sure feels good in my mouth when I chew on it, Dad.
Yeah, it sure does. And then you eat pieces. Come here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
That's it. Here, you have this as a
Ooh, that
actual.
feels. It's not the
real-
same. Doesn't make the same
Ooh,
crinkle.
Look at that.
Oh, now you made the liberals mad. We made all the conservatives mad by talking about Trump. Now you're making the liberals mad by
Letting
giving
him chew on a deer
Yeah,
antler.
deer
Yeah.
antler.
Hey, let's derail this for just a second. Why is he chewing on a deer antler?
Oh, because he is going to learn to be, hopefully, a shed dog as he grows up. He's also learning to be a deer tracker.
Can you explain what a shed dog is to all the liberals
So
that are watching
when
this?
the deer
The two.
go through
All two of them.
Well, the conservatives turned it off when we said something
their
about
rut
Trump.
and their season of growing antlers, their antlers shed off, fall off, and they're just sitting in the woods somewhere, and we want Johnny to be able to find them.
That's pretty cool.
Also, deer antlers are great bones for any, or chew toys for any dog.
Yep.
In Florida, that's probably about the biggest setter.
Biggest thing to come off a pine goat.
That's a
in
good
Florida.
one right there.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that one that you can? Is that one of the ones you find with your drone service?
Kinda.
You find sheds with your drones?
Not sheds, but
Full on deer. You can
Just
get
the
sheds
deer.
off of a deer.
Yeah, just the deer, not the sheds.
Get. Did you steal something?
I'm going to put my bottle behind me.
Yep. An extra piece
Thank
of
you.
plastic. My
Wow.
favorite.
Wow, just.
We're going to have the cleanest podcast studio by the time we're done.
It's all gonna be in this chair behind me.
Yep. So,
Okay.
Bringing it full
ahead.
circle.
What was the question?
yeah. I think where we leave off at.
Is there?
Oh, lizard people.
Is there a
Lizard
solution?
people.
Oh, he didn't finish.
Lizard.
And are the
Hillary-
lizard-
Hold on, let him finish
right,
the
go
lizard
ahead.
people.
Hillary's
We have to talk.
tongue be doing the freaky,
So we saw
freaky.
you guys. So you saw the video, but there's a whole bunch of other ones. My favorite time of lizard people.
There's a famous guy who wrote a book about lizard people. Do you
Was
know,
there?
what's
Johnny,
his
do
name?
not chew that off the wall.
He seriously got.
Give me that beeper thing right there on the table.
Seriously got.
dog is eating
Come
the
here.
wall.
He is a puppy in his defense.
Yeah, he's 7 months old.
Oh,
now.
Oh, dude, he's doing
Oh,
really
those
good
two
there.
liberals that were still watching, you made them really mad when you hit him with the.
Oh, no, the shock collar.
Shot
No.
the shit out of him.
That'd be cool if we could get a sponsorship, Sport Dog.
Yep.
That's a good one. All right, the lizard
one
people. I really want to know more about the lizard people.
So I didn't believe in lizard people until everybody started poking fun at Joe Biden and his multiple doubles.
Sure.
And then you start seeing the mask.
I believe
Yeah.
that
And
he
you
has
saw that,
doubles.
right?
I,
So-
I believe he has.
I believe there was somebody in a mask
There
masquerading
are
as
other
Biden.
videos where they slow down and show his eyes and his eyes blink sideways. And that's where I'm like, man, there's no way it can't be real. But then I remember the movie, what's the movie with the fast moving zombies and Brad Pitt?
Oh, World War Z.
World War Z,
Yep.
where he goes to Israel and
does.
he learns the 13th man process. So you take what the Israels are trying to continuously teach us about how the world really works and follow what they do, even though their shit got fucked up too. And you go, well, I'm going to believe this weird thing. And so I started saying there's got to be lizard people, because why not?
Where'd they come from?
Underground. They're lizards.
Have they always been here? Are they?
If you
aliens?
believe in the hollow core Earth, yes.
I don't believe in.
I believe in the hollow moon.
I believe the
I don't
moon's,
believe
it's
in
either cheese or it's hollow.
I don't
steel
believe. I don't
shell.
believe
I think
the
it's a
Earth's
ship.
core is hollow though.
So
Have you been there?
No.
Then how do you know?
Have you?
Hey, I didn't say I didn't believe.
he didn't say that he
You
did.
just said you said no. You're,
yeah, I don't
you're
really
an
believe
automatic
it.
So
denier.
I'm
I just feel like
on the
there's
same.
water. I mean, if I'm drilling water out of the earth, then there's magma and like the Earth's core and crust. The crust makes sense,
Have you ever seen magma in the Earth's core?
No.
Right, you only
How
see-
deep have you drilled?
Drilling wise, not that deep, but just like through like schooling and
Some
stuff,
people
and
drill
layers of
further
the
than
earth
others.
and seeing
So-
erosions.
Some
and
people have the
washouts.
hardware to go deeper
I mean, are they living
in their
in mountains,
drilling.
or I mean, like your subsurface, your subterranean
Quit.
lizard people? Are they living
Sorry, I'm yelling
in
at the dog on the
mountains?
show.
Yeah, are they living in mountains, or are they living like 10,000 leagues underneath Pensacola?
A lot of people think they're living like 10,000 leagues underneath
Yeah.
Pensacola. So I'm at the point in my life now that
Vault-Tec.
I will not totally discredit anything unless I've actually seen it for myself. Now, I don't believe, I'm 98% sure that there's not a hollow earth in my own
Johnny!
beliefs. Y'all leave Johnny alone. Let him
He's
chew
trying to
stuff
eat
off
the
wall.
wall.
You can't
So
just go around chewing
let
shit.
him eat stuff off the wall. So I will 98% believe that there's not a hollow earth, but I will leave 2% open to, I don't know. I don't know.
lizard people?
I mean,
huh?
are birds real?
I don't think so.
Some of them.
Yes, birds.
I have
I've
shot birds.
plenty of birds.
I've shot a variety of birds, and not just the game types. FWC didn't hear that.
There's never been. I've shot pigeons. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Pigeons are acceptable.
Yeah,
Bald eagles a little bit different.
everybody's like, there's
Sparrows.
not right.
Tastes like spotted
Herons.
owl.
So I've shot birds too. I mean, everybody eat birds. Everybody eats chicken every day. But
So how would birds not be real?
you never just see them lying around. And there's birds all over the town.
Have you ever watched like a large group of
Excuse me.
All right, guys, this is Nick's show. All right, this is the episode of
Give me the talkie
Nick's
stick.
brain.
This is Nick's brain.
just watch the TV and stop talking.
Yeah.
I've never just seen a dead bird in town, ever. And there's birds all over the place. I've shot birds.
I have.
I've been out in, Texas and other hunting areas, and it's cold, and birds just die from freeze and those kind of things. Never just seen a bird just fall over.
I
Never
mean,
seen one just die.
Yeah,
I've never seen a person just die either, but they do all the
I
time.
have.
I have.
I haven't.
Yeah.
So I
much
mean,
traumatic
for
experience.
that logic,
It's
I
just
should have
not
seen
fun.
a person die by now. Just because you've never
been in
seen
the
a
wrong
bird
places.
just die.
I mean, that's
or the right places.
that's-
I mean,
You don't really, he's kind of, I wouldn't say he's on to something, but he's got a good point, because like you don't really see like teenage birds and old birds. You just kind of see birds.
I see baby birds all the time.
You never
Baby
see,
birds are totally different, dude.
You
That's
never
the
see
diff-
pregnant Asian people either.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have.
doesn't have you?
Yeah.
I've never seen a pregnant Asian
Neither
person.
have I. Neither have I. There's something to it.
No, have you seen pregnant Asian people? Okay.
Okay,
All
good. Okay, if he says it's okay, it's okay.
Alright.
Yeah, Nick said
Just
it's
making
sure.
pregnant
Alright.
Asian people exist.
I mean, I have lots of Asian. I have Asian friends that are really good, probably watching this podcast because they're the only two people left watching.
Text them
Just
right
'cause I
now.
go
We're
to
like,
dinner
show
with
me a
them.
pregnant picture.
10 o'clock at night. Hey, say yo,
Hey.
yo.
hey, Michael, send me a picture of your wife pregnant, please.
Hey, does Michael? Are they so? Little
Michael's
side
a weird
thing
name
here.
for an Asian person. Just
I was,
by the way.
actually, I was about to say
Were you
that.
gonna go that way?
Is that his given name? Like his name is
His
Michael,
Christian name?
His
or did
government
he?
name?
You know-
or was he born like Zhongling?
I got a funny
and then
story.
he goes by Michael instead.
So my Asian friends are Indonesian, and they're really, really close friends of ours now. We go to lunch with them almost every Sunday. Their family's amazing, and they're from Indonesia. They came
right
here
here.
from, and they're.
He's right here.
That's not me. That's not me.
Listen, you're a funny story though. So the mom's name is Unita, but it's spelled Junita. So she was actually our kid's first teacher. Our oldest kid, when she was little, was her first teacher. And so we did, and I'm not going to say her last name, but we called her by her last name and everything. And so she stopped teaching, and we got to know them because our kids all did things together and things like that. So we had known them for 8 years, and we were at Disney World, and my wife says Juanita to her, calls her Juanita, and her little girl said, "Who are you talking about?" And she goes, "Your mom." That's not my mom.
That's not how you say her name.
That's not my mom.
8 years.
8
For
years.
8 years, my wife had called her by the wrong name.
Do you know the
and we
patience
had
of
gotten-
Job that it takes not to correct someone
That's
for
a
8
hell of a
years?
correct-
She didn't correct her for 8 years. It is the funniest thing. So to answer your question, is his real name Michael? I don't know.
American name.
I don't,
Too scared to
I'm scared to ask at
Too
this
scared
point,
to ask.
right?
Yeah, because you need to know.
I do know. We did get into
Totally
that-
over his head. I said,
totally.
You need to know.
You need to know.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said
That
it 3
was
times
quick.
because I
Slick.
didn't get it till the
Yeah.
third
That
one.
was quick.
Well, so I mean, I didn't know this. What's that comedian that takes his shirt off when he does? The,
Oh, Bert Kreischer.
He's
Bert
coming to
Kreischer.
Pensacola.
He is coming to
He's
Pensacola.
already came to Pensacola.
Oh, did he?
I went and watched his show, and he's talking about
He take his shirt
Asian
off?
friends. Yeah, he did.
He's
Throughout
so
the game.
70.
Awesome guy. Yeah, for real.
I'm the
but
machine.
Well, he's talking about Asian people have
Sorry.
American names.
I'm the machine.
Yeah. He's like, Asian people have American names. I'm like, what the hell? I've never even heard of this shit before. But apparently, they have their birth name.
Sure.
And then they name themselves Susan. They get to pick the name and everything, and they get to do that the rest of their lives in the States. It's crazy.
So if we move to somewhere in Asia, we get to start over and pick
yeah,
a
you
new
become
name.
Ling Ling Ling.
You're becoming
Technically, you can
something
change your
small.
name to anything you want name.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I
Yeah,
sometimes
no more Chris.
No more. Maybe I wouldn't make the news.
You can
anymore.
change your gender here. No one bats an eye. on it.
You can't in Florida.
Not in
You
Florida.
can't legally change your gender in Florida.
That's true.
No, you can't change your gender. Hold on. You can
Hold
change
on.
your gender.
Let's get this straight. You can change your gender. You can't pick to identify as non-binary.
Non-binary.
That's what it
you
is.
either have to be.
You
a male or
can
a
change your
female.
gender in Florida.
Yeah, you can change your gender in Florida.
That's
Okay.
important.
We
so-
think. Y'all can fact check us on
So
that.
what's the solution to the problem? If they literally run everything, and I'm going to go ahead and say that the CIA and Mossad work together and they literally run the world and they are the most evil organizations ever.
I don't
I'm
even know if
saying
the
I like-
CIA and Mossad run it together,
I
but I
think
think the
so.
Mossad has enough on the CIA
I think
that they just
In the 1940s, somebody tried to do something about this.
it started in the 30s.
did start in
No,
the
I
30s.
know, I know when it started. I'm just saying in the 40s, it was.
It
you know
didn't
what I
start
mean?
then. It started way before then.
Yeah, I'm just saying there was.
That was just a culmination.
In the early 40s, there was
Yeah.
a man. I can't think of his name.
Don't really like the guy, but
I
yeah.
don't know. Do you think? All right, here's another. Do you think that's real?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So the victor tells the history, writes the history.
Yeah,
books.
but I do. I'm not.
There's
I've
enough-
been in Germany. I've been all over it, and there's like
There's enough
gold bricks on the
consistently
streets. Yeah.
Have you read-
enough
have-
consistent documented history.
there is.
Yeah.
From who?
Photographs.
What history books?
Photographs, for example.
Like which photographs?
Like I can find you a
Of
bunch
what?
of photographs
Dead
that were.
people?
Yes.
Oh, so now you're bringing an interesting question.
Yeah.
If-
Have you ever listened to Daryl Cooper?
Yeah. So if you're going to question as recent history as this, as there's
I question
enough
all history.
there's enough documented history to say that it's real. Then how far back are you taking that theory of a process? Because the Bible is one of the most written about things in existence.
Sure.
None of us were alive. Go back several generations, or a lot.
A lot of generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But
I
we
believe-
still believe it.
So I believe.
critical thinking over there.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
definitely critical
It is.
thinking. So, and I can tell you, and I won't, I won't criticize anybody for not believing what I believe. I have had interactions with God that I
That
think-
have validated
that I think
your-
that is God, that
Yeah.
I think that is Jesus. Like things have happened in my life that I feel like that was an interaction with God, or He's talked to me or told me what to do and things like that. If I feel like that's true, I feel like He made a divine book that held up the test of time. But that being said, it has been altered. There's an Ethiopian Bible. They left out the
Book of
but
Enoch and
they
a bunch
left
of
out the,
What was that,
other,
the
a bunch of
apocryphal
other
There
stuff.
was
books.
that
Yeah.
whole meeting congregation where they're like, yeah, we're not going to put these number of books in there because it doesn't go with the message we're trying to push.
Sure. And there's stories in the Bible that have different bases that have the similar stories, like the flood. The flood pops up all over
Oh,
history.
take the Bible out of
There's-
the equation. The flood pops up universally in every ancient civilization from that time period
But
onward.
tons of stories from the Bible pop up in different points all over with people that don't believe in the Bible.
Right.
But most of the stories in the Bible pop up in other places too. So my theory is that those cultures and those people pulled one story from here in the Bible, and they got it wrong if the Bible has more stories that are spread out than everyone. Now, you could flip that on me and tell me that, well, the Bible just took all these stories and put it together and made one
A common denominator.
one
as it
common
were.
denominator out of them. And I have no proof that that's not true whatsoever.
Which belief is stronger? The belief in the Bible, the belief in that there's pregnant Asians?
I would die for the Bible, and I don't really care much about pregnant Asians. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, to be honest with you, Nick, I don't have enough hands-on experience with there being pregnant Asians to know which I feel more strongly about, so I'm not sure.
So, everybody talks about God's angels and God's angels being here and there and everything. Well, the devil's got angels too. The fallen angels are everywhere too. And if you think that they're not in politics, where would you be? If you're evil, where would you place? Hollywood, propaganda,
Exactly.
news.
Where else would you go other
movies.
than places you can control and influence?
You can
an
control,
entire
influence
swarm of
e-
people?
Who else
everything.
is also influential in all of those professions?
That would be the Jews.
The Jews. Interesting.
Man, we circled back. Is this the title is going to be Nick and the Jews?
Unintentional circling.
Yes.
So also, most religions that I've read about, I don't know, the Quran, the Torah, the Bible, they all have similar beginnings, right? They all have similar beginnings. And I've met so many people or seen so many people that have had visions or I have a buddy that was an atheist, hardcore atheist. And I really honestly, I'd love to get him on podcast. He used to do podcasts with us a long time ago, and he was a hardcore atheist. And I tried to, I've talked to him a little bit, and he's like, yeah, you believe in the spaghetti monster in the sky and blah, blah, blah. And so
He
I
knows
talked to
about
him.
the spaghetti monster?
He would joke about it being a flying spaghetti monster in the sky, right? Like he was hardcore, and the dude's very smart.
Yeah.
Very, very, very smart. And I talked to him not too long ago, and he said, I had an interaction with Jesus Christ. I saw Jesus. I can't explain it any other way except that, and I know that Jesus Christ is real, and I've met so many people, and I haven't myself. I've had things happen that feel like that, and I feel like someone's slowly talked to me and things like that. But for him to go from for him to go from as big an atheist as he possibly was, like it's all magic, it's all made up, it's all everything. And he, from the beginning, had a problem with the Jewish government. He's talked about all that's been propaganda and wrong from the beginning, and he still does.
He was in the know before we were in the know.
But man, I'm gonna tell you one.
Wasn't Alex Jones in the know before we were all in the know?
Not really. So they think he was, but there was another guy that Alex Jones got his information.
Was it Nick
getting
Fuentes?
No, it wasn't Nick Fuentes. It was a radio host. It was a
Oh,
small-time
oh.
radio host that got killed.
Yeah.
Guy got killed.
What was that
He
guy's
predicted
name?
9/11, and then Alex Jones. So Alex Jones gets credit for predicting 9/11, and I've seen the film where he talks about it on July 2001, talking about how Osama bin Laden's going to get blamed for 9/11, and the CIA's involved in it, and they're letting it do it. Well, the guy who said that before Alex Jones died. I
Just
forgot
like
his
poof.
name.
You talking about Bill Cooper?
Bill Cooper.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was a Navy intelligence officer.
Yes, Bill Cooper. And then Alex Jones was interviewed by Tucker, and Tucker asked him how he knew that, and he said he didn't know. He said he didn't remember. One of the biggest events in the history of the
You don't
world.
know where you heard about it.
and you predicted it 2 months before it happened.
But you can't come up with why
You
or when.
can't come up with why or how you.
How did he casually predict it? He's just like, yeah.
I'd be willing to bet he had inside knowledge on the CIA training op that they had done
He-
prior to 9/11
He
where they
said back then.
tested how we would respond
Have y'all
to
seen
that.
the video? It's kind of hard to find.
The Bill Cooper video?
No, not the Bill Cooper video.
Oh, the
Alex Jones.
the Alex
video.
Jones in July.
So
yeah.
the Alex Jones video is kind of hard to find.
Yep.
We talked about it when we interviewed Tucker Carlson. That was a really cool experience. But he's way cooler than you, Nick.
He's on to something there.
But so we talked about that, but the video's really hard to find of Alex
Question:
Jones.
Could you actually? Did you actually look Alex Jones in the eyes when you talked to him, or did you watch?
Is
his
he a
screen?
lizard too?
I don't know. I mean, not Alex Jones, but Tucker Carlson.
He,
He zoomed in. We didn't have him in person.
So
yeah,
you didn't look him in the eye either, then?
he's a lizard. Isn't he?
You think
Tell
Tucker's
me now
a
if he's a
lizard
lizard for real.
person?
No, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying. Tell me now if you think he is. For real, I need to look into
No,
this. thing.
seriously, I want to know what you think about Tucker.
We might.
I don't
FaceTime
know
I'm
him.
not getting mad about anything. Just
Yeah, we'll get mad, but dead ass. I just want to know if it's a
So I
lizard.
feel
or
like
not.
I'm getting ganged up because you turned around and you haven't looked this way the entire
because we
show.
genuinely want to
Well, he
hear
wanted to see what
we
commercial
wanna
we were
know.
Two
watching
things.
since
One,
we're
it's a
on
commercial. Two,
Oh, so this is why.
it's a commercial.
Because
But two,
it's a good
I actually am
commercial. Really
curious
nice
if my
place.
friends are
Really
lizards.
If your
I'm scared.
friends are lizards, I don't.
Are you-
Corbin,
lizard?
don't look at
I-
the camera concernedly like
Yeah,
that.
are you a lizard?
I get worried.
So I asked this to my buddies
feel
the
like,
other day.
what if you're
am I even real?
It's a psyop.
Am I? I don't know.
So something I think about all the time. I know you're about to say something,
Go
but
ahead.
I don't want to die for any reason. But one day, hopefully, when I'm in heaven, I can look down and be like, damn, I can reveal all the truths. You know what I mean? Like 9/11. World War II, like everything can be unveiled.
You think that we'll know everything? Do you think that will be
I wonder if
everything
there's
will be
knowledge
revealed,
up
or we
there.
just won't even care?
I wonder if there. I don't think I'll care. Okay, Taylor. Taylor, I see you over there just eating at it.
Is this real or is this a simulation?
Right now, we're
Do
under
you-
the ground.
Do you believe in simulation theory?
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. So I can give you a justification from the Christian view for a simulation. God's the simulator. He created all of it.
Yep.
He runs the simulation. He does everything. That's why he's the supreme being that we have. Have you watched Tron?
Tron. Yes.
The
Yeah.
new one?
I haven't seen
No,
that.
the
I didn't-
old
one.
one.
The old one?
The
Okay.
old Tron.
Yep.
Like old,
So-
old, or like
So
the
he's
recent
that
old.
he created that world, right? And then I know it's a freaking movie, right? But he created that world with coding and everything. And I'm finishing my statement.
And we're getting.
And so he created, and he was their God. And he had an uprising from another. Like, I really think that movie was kind of like about God.
It was
and-
about
and
more than it
Satan.
said that it was about.
Yeah, it was. I really think it was kind of a symbolic.
The
way
new
of
one
talking about-
sucked, by the way.
Yeah, it does. But so there's an uprising. One of the things he created uprises against
Goes
him and takes
rogue.
other, goes rogue.
Yep.
I mean, it's God and the devil, right? So I mean, there's always a story about that. So if we're living in a simulation, it could very well be the simulation that Christians believe, or it could very well be. I don't.
Okay. Nick.
So are we God's simulation, or are we Adam's simulation?
Who's
I'm going to need you to
Adam
unpack
and
that a
Eve.
little bit more.
So we can all agree that there's a fuck ton of writing about Adam and Eve, right?
Yep.
So the belief side would be that they're real, and then everything past them could be fake. What if we're just Adam and Eve they're just talking stories?
Interdimensional
What?
television, Rick and Morty style.
They think everything's interdimensional anyway.
It's all Rick. Rick and Morty had all the answers.
if you
Rick and
believe-
Morty is
Has all
highbrow,
the- has
very
all the
highbrow.
answers.
Yeah.
I've
Yep.
never watched Rick and Morty.
Oh, bro. You got to drink a little too much and then watch
You
a
watch Rick
couple
and Morty?
seasons of Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
My son watched it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I couldn't get it at first.
And then once you
couldn't
did,
Yeah.
I couldn't
You
either,
got
but
it.
once I caught on to it,
Yeah.
I've watched it all over and
Yeah.
over again a few
Yeah.
times.
So you're saying that
Pickle Rick. He's
Pickle
there.
Rick.
He's
you're,
out there.
you're
might be
saying that Adam
So
and
what
Eve.
what if the apple was never eaten? Because when the apple was eaten, immortality tree was protected by the fire and the branch, the thorns and the flaming sword. What if that part was fake? Not fake, but didn't happen, and Adam and Eve have been living by themselves, immortality, this entire time, and all of this is a creation of
or a
Adam's.
spin-off thereof.
Right.
How do you sleep at night?
I don't. I just sit around
We
and think of
we
shit.
are on the very same wavelength.
I don't.
So I'm
don't
not sure if
know.
I should be concerned or pleased that
Have-
this guy lives right
Have
down the
you,
road
have
from
you
me.
seen the super highbrow scientific stuff that they do where they see if light is a wave or a pattern, and based on if you're observing it or not, it does one thing if you are observing it, and it does something else if you're not observing it.
He's a living example of that.
Yeah.
One thing when I'm staring at him, another thing when I'm not watching.
Yep. But scientifically reproducible. Yes.
Do you think we went to the moon?
No.
See, you're on the same page.
Yes.
What
I
about
don't think we're on the
JFK?
same page.
Tell me why you don't think we went to the moon. Let's see if we're really on the same page.
Do you think we didn't have the technology or just the means?
I think at that time, so I have family members that worked all the way up to the top of NASA. Space shuttle, all the things, all the stuff. Technology was there to just straight up power, right? Rockets, they were
That's not a hard
skyscraper-sized
technology, right?
rockets.
You can make it go fast.
The problem where I start to come into the theory of things, and too recent, there was a video of some satellite that recently happened to just fly over where everything landed, and they're like, look, there's the scratch marks and all this kind of other stuff. The problem I have is that, when was I born? 82? What is that? 40 something? Whatever that is.
70?
Yeah, 70. There's never been what I would consider solid fucking proof of we were there.
I feel like we should have more.
100% more. And if we were there, everything else Americans have touched, we have absolutely conquered and done better things with, or just made it bigger or so big that we're like, you know what, we don't even want to be a part of this no more. Why isn't there a fucking skyscraper on the moon?
With the satellites that they have now and the optical technology they have now, they should be able to zoom in to where Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and all of them were on the moon and show us the boot prints and show us where the flag is and where the landing module is.
You know what's funny?
We should be able to have empirical videographic proof live streamed to us of them showing that to
We're
us.
going back soon.
No, we're not. No,
So
we're not.
did you hear the way
we don't
those
think-
ads-
No, no, no.
Okay.
They're going to continue to delay that shit.
continue to
they
delay it.
they delayed it a month
But no one
because
cares.
nobody knew and nobody cares. But they delayed it a month because it got really cold in Florida and it messed up their testing. So they delayed it from March to April, or from
They're gonna
February
miss
to March.
their window.
They missed
There's
their
a
window.
there's a window.
So now
literal window.
Yeah,
Window, not
window.
like a time frame, but a literal window.
a window.
You think there's a literal window
Why
in the
not?
firmament?
2%.
In the firmament?
2% rule.
Yeah.
Could be.
Okay, so if there's a firmament, then do you start believing that
Flat
the
Earth?
Bible's
Man, we
real?
can't go up, we can't go down. Oh no.
Do you start believing in the Bible if there's a firmament?
I don't not believe in the Bible.
Let me
Okay.
ask you a follow-up.
Go ahead.
A follow-up question to: do you believe that we went to the moon? Do you believe that people have gotten to the moon since then? Not 65 when the Apollo era was happening,
So
but
if you believe the way they write it in the NASA history, that we went 17 times and 2 of them didn't make it or whatever it was.
Yep.
Sure.
I think there was significantly more. If we did it
if
once,
we got it,
we definitely went back
Why didn't
a
we do it
shit
more?
ton more.
Well, if not us, why is there no dead cosmonauts up there as well?
If we went,
how do we know there's not? They won't give us like
You'll
video
never
feeds of the moon surface.
If we
So,
went to the moon, and if we actually went to the moon and they did all those missions and then we stopped, there's something on the moon. Something
Moon's haunted.
crazy. There's something crazy. I personally
have
don't
that gun?
believe we
Moon's
ever
haunted.
went.
Neil Armstrong saw a bunch of bad bitches and was like, no, y'all don't go there.
and then
We're
Buzz
not going back.
Aldrin can't keep his story straight to
Yeah,
save
yeah,
his life.
yeah. No,
He
no.
really-
That place
he really
sucks, guys. Don't go there.
And people are like,
Haunted.
and there are literally people that get angry at you with no proof whatsoever that we went to the moon. Can't explain anything. They just, no, our government wouldn't lie to us like that. Because back in the 50s,
The government lied about COVID.
oh, they lied about everything. But back in the 50s, people were so patriotic because it was right after World War II. People were so patriotic that we're the greatest, our government's the greatest, everything about us is the greatest, that our government could tell them anything, and they were cheering America, America,
I'm
America
not mad
on.
at that part.
No, that's not bad
I
at
do
all.
think America's the greatest. Yes, Kyle.
Used to be. It has the greatest. It has the greatest written constitution.
We'll come back to
ever.
that.
Are ghosts real?
Yes.
You guys
I-
believe in ghosts?
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
they're demons.
100%.
You really do?
I think they're.
100%.
I
demons.
think
I believe
I think
in
the
the
devil's
multiple
real. I
dimensions,
think
too.
demons are real, but I don't
think-
think ghosts are real.
I think they're demons. I
If
think
ghosts are real, I
demons.
think we'd be able to harness their energy by now. For sure, 100%. Like if they were actually real and they could just like pump through a wall or make like a toy go off, there's energy there. We should definitely be able to
Are you a
harness that.
religious guy?
100%.
Okay.
Holy
So-
Ghost. I get that.
Got it. No.
But-
Well, my question is this: if you believe in demons and you believe in heaven and angels, then isn't purgatory a real place?
Not in the Bible I read. I don't believe in purgatory.
Yeah.
Is that a choice or is that?
Well,
Because I'm going to go.
I haven't read anything. And don't get me wrong, I don't know for sure because I haven't finished every bit of the Bible. I've read stories and bits and pieces, and I'm currently reading the entire Bible right now. But I don't see anything about actual purgatory.
I've read
It's
the
either-
Bible cover to cover, and if it's there, I missed it.
I just don't see why some poor little girl would be stuck in some bum little house in the middle of Mississippi or Florida or whatever state, and that's her place of being, and she's just some little girl. I don't feel like some ghost just exists there. If that makes any sense. Maybe something to more like value, like, so I think demons, angels, things like that are real, but I think if it's a ghost, if it was real, it'd just be evil. But I don't think just some like 10-year-old girl is just roaming around like a pasture because she died there.
Segue, we need to get Brandon and Chris from I Came With Fire. They do this kind of paranormal shit on their podcast too, and we could put them right here and do a whole fucking thing.
That
on
way I
this.
can watch them.
Correct.
Yeah.
Instead of
Can
watching.
they play?
Will they
yeah,
play
we'll have
this
it-
in the side?
You know, screen
Yeah.
here.
They can be
on
the
screen.
face up top, and they can the game can be below it.
Okay, let's wrap it up. Everybody get their own opinion. What's the solution? What's the solution to we are literally being ran by evil human beings, and we may, whether it's human beings or lizard people or whatever.
Well,
what's the solution?
Our
to it?
founding fathers had a decent solution back in 1775.
Okay, so the solution is literally take over the government.
If you find enough people that are willing to do it, sure.
That's
You got to
the
find
solution.
11 or 12 million people that are going to
Yeah,
get
but what's
on
the breaking
get on-
point where people decide to draw the line in the sand and not go to work on
It's,
Monday?
it's
and
clearly not
fight for it instead?
cannibalistic torturing pedophiles. That is clearly
That's
not.
clearly not the
that is clearly not the point.
Yeah.
What's your solution?
A solution, I believe, is what we're seeing a lot of our age folks do. A lot of veterans are doing, and a lot of people who are just kind of fed up, and they're getting involved with their local politics. They're pointing shit out. They're calling it out. They're putting it on podcasts. They're talking about it with their neighbors, and they're bringing the town to say, "Hey, shit's fucked up. We're the only ones that are going to be able to change it." And it's not necessarily through a voting process or not. It's saying you're not doing this.
How are they going to change it when they keep us arguing over red and blue for hours?
So that's just it. You have to quit talking nationally so big, and we have to go to downtown Pensacola, and we have to focus on Pensacola.
Make actionable changes in a space that you can
Correct.
control.
If you
and,
do
and if
that-
you get enough that do that in a small setting, it trickles up.
Let me tell you the problem with that, especially in localized. They own the media. The politicians own the media, and I have personal experience from this over
Dude, don't hate on
anybody else.
WEAR.
Cue another-
They don't do nothing to you.
Yeah,
You've
right.
been
Cue
personally
another Channel
victimized.
3 news
Yeah,
segment on
and-
Chris in
and-
3,
and-
2, 1.
And P&J. So they own the
P&J.
media so bad, and they will get people arguing so bad. Somebody people legitimately think that I go to a county commissioner and here's the thing, they don't even know the difference between a city council meeting and a county commissioner meeting first. But the people who do know the difference think that I go to a county commissioner meeting every week, every single week, right? I've been to 6 county commissioner meetings in 6 years.
You made a really big statement in a couple of them,
Six-
though.
6 years. And people get mad at me for being angry at these people that are stealing our money.
That we are paying
And
our tax dollars to pay.
They make me look like the bad guy for being mean to them. We shouldn't talk to them like that. Well, when I go up to them and I say, "Please, sir, could you please stop stealing our tax dollars, please? Will you stop?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, sir," and they don't do anything. But when I make a stink about it, they get voted out of office, but then I look like an asshole for doing it, right? And then they make me look like the bad guy. If you don't like me, there's plenty of people that don't like me, right? All you have to do is go, whoop. I don't make decisions about your life, about anyone's life. I'm not an elected official. I have no power whatsoever besides on people who listen to me on the 12 people who listen to me on social media, right? And if they don't like what I have to say, they can go. It's the same thing with Charlie Kirk. People, and I'll agree with political violence when it involves the people who are making decisions about your life, and they're stealing and they're murdering and they're killing people and they're hurting children. Yeah, hang them all in the street if you can prove that they're doing it, right? But Charlie Kirk
But
was
don't
just a-
incite violence just for people talking.
Charlie Kirk had free speech. He didn't make decisions about your life. If you didn't like what he had to say,
You didn't have to listen to what he
Whoop!
had to say.
you swipe up, right? So no, I don't believe in political violence over somebody saying, and it's the same way on the other side. If the left's sitting here talking about transgender this, and I hate white rednecks that do this, and all you
Wear
conservatives
MAGA hats
or
and go
whatever,
shoot machine
okay,
guns.
Say whatever you want. It doesn't affect my life, but the politicians do. And my solution, and then we'll let Josh give his solution and wrap it up. My solution is literally wipe the slate clean and start back over like it's 1776. Our Constitution was perfect. We don't live by our Constitution anymore.
As perfect as any human written document
Yes,
could be
we-
at the time, in the intent that it was
But we
created.
threw it out. When you're sitting here arguing over the meaning of shall not be infringed, when we have to argue
Yep.
about that, I
shall
can
not
read
mean
that.
shall not, bro.
Then that means they've graded up enough that they can twist anything to be constitutional or unconstitutional. But the solution is completely start over and live by the Constitution. Josh, what's your solution?
You pretty much hit it. Constitution and Ten Commandments. That fucking wraps
There's
it
nothing-
all up.
If you lived by those things,
Wraps it
if you lived by
all
the
up.
10 Commandments and you live by the Constitution, the world would be almost a perfect place.
I do think that you need to take the people and hold them accountability. Period. Accountability. People have to, whatever they do, the things people do, it has to be recognized, and people have to be held accountable.
So, real quick before we end, I can fix the political system really fast. People say that they're only in it for the money. Well, they're not in it for their salary, right? Because their salary's shit. Let's be honest.
For the amount of responsibility that
For the
they
amount
have.
of responsibility, a congressman makes $170-something thousand a year. They have a place in Washington, D.C., and they have a place in their district that they live in. Senators, they have a place in their state, and they have a place in Washington, D.C. They make a little more than that, but it's not much, right? So why don't we pay representatives? And what they do is they insider trade, they get backdoor deals, they do everything corrupt, and they steal way more money than what this would cost you. Pay a representative $1 million a year. Pay him $1 million a year, and people go, oh my gosh, that's a crazy amount of money. You're going to get qualified individuals to do it. But then if a family member, their wife, their brother, anybody close to them profits off their office in any way or any information that they, you hang those suckers. You hang them. Senators make $2 million a year. The President of the United States makes $10 million a year. You're telling me that the person who runs the so-called free world shouldn't make $10 million a
The
year?
biggest business machine in the world.
Biggest business machine in the world. Should make $10 million a year. But you have to hold them to a standard. They only have one job. They don't have any businesses that they can be corrupted by, nothing. But if they profit off of that office in any way, you hang them. And you'll solve most of these problems. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but it's not going to cost you $200 billion like the Somali Learning Center ring does, right? Leering ring. Same way with local government. Like state representatives make $30,000 a year. That's crazy. $30,000 teachers
That's
make
poverty
more than
level.
that.
That's
That
poverty
is
level.
poverty level, right? Full-time job, $250,000 a year. Great living, qualified individuals, full-time job. And then they say, well, we spend all this extra money on them going to D.C. and all this. Why? In 2026, why do these people have to have a place in Washington, D.C.? They can Zoom every meeting. They can have a channel that is classified to do votes. I mean, you're
We
telling
could
me
use Discord.
run by
Why do they have to get
John
paid at
Gold
all?
Juice Cord.
Yeah.
Discord and then secured with
Why do
ExpressVPN.
they have to get paid at all? When we started as a nation, none of them got paid.
Okay, that's true. But they complained about it and they didn't make. But if you don't pay them, how are they going to live?
They live on their farm.
They live on their farm.
Sure. That's
Yeah,
what they
but
all-
I understand that's what they did then. But now, if you don't pay them, how would they make a living? The same way they're going to be corrupt as hell.
So I work more than one job.
Why? But you don't want these people to work more than one job. These are supposed to be the smartest people these are supposed to be
If-
the most incorruptible people, the people that are representing us. I don't want them to have more than one
So,
job.
question: we've been talking for the last 4 hours, all night tonight, and we've gone through all kinds of solutions. What if we had taken a document that said, "Hey, read this and make a decision on it"? You don't think within 4 to 6 hours of us individualistically reading it and then us having a Zoom or a podcast about it, talking about it, we couldn't make a decision on that document as intelligent human beings? What I'm getting at is everything about collective government that we started with, where regular folks living regular lives got voted on by their people
Sure.
to go up or Zoom in, as we're talking about now, to make a decision on something. They still had other shit that they had to worry about. They had family and kids and jobs and go find a deer or a dog or whatever. They had all kinds of shit to worry about. They had more than one thing to think about besides just running the nation.
Okay, so us four could, if we sat down. That's one thing. But 400 people cannot, that are supposed to be representing.
But that's why they made the voting process.
But here's another thing. Our representatives and congressmen don't make any laws anymore. You realize that, right?
Yes.
We have rules that are enforced by law. And those rules, it's just like the ATF. Those rules are
Don't get
not
voted
made
on.
by Congress.
Nope.
They don't get voted on.
Nope.
They,
There's a committee that creates those.
well, it's not. It's
It's
not
not
a
even really a
committee.
committee.
It's the
That's the
Fed.
wrong
It's
word.
literally the
It's the
Feds,
Fed.
which is run by the CIA or Cash Patel, the FBI, or whoever. They make the rules that they enforce by law now.
So then a solution would be get rid of committees, go back to everything that a lot of folks have been saying of recent times. Get rid of committees, go back to single vote sources, those kind of things, because that's what we just talked about. We all four read about it. You have your vote and your vote and your vote and my vote. And then if it's 3-1, it's going to go that way. If it's 2-2, figure out another process to do it.
Find yourself in prohibition and women
Yeah,
not voting
but the
and
real-
stuff like that again.
The real answer is when you talked about local government, right? You talked about, hey, you got to get it started at the local level in this. So you have the most power over your local government. You do. You see these people every day. You talk to these people every day. You can interact with these people every day. Well, you can though. You actually have the ability.
Can you imagine if I was talking to them?
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
Lizard.
Damn lizard people.
So the real solution is the states make their own decisions. The federal government should be smaller than the federal government's there for the military. That should be the only reason to have the federal
All right,
government.
we're going to have to close this thing out soon. You're going to have some final thoughts.
Right. Final thought is, if we went back to actually letting the states and local governments have more power, the smaller the government, the more power in your daily life it should be. The federal government should not have all the power that they have. It should be tiny.
California,
and the state
California
of
would be super screwed.
yeah, well, that's their fault. Here's the thing though. If you go back to local and state rights and them making the laws and what rules the land,
California can do what California wants to do
yeah,
at that point.
you can move. If you don't like it, you can move. I can't just move out of the United States. I mean, you could, right?
Yeah, but it's not though.
But it's not as it's not as clear of an option as just moving from state to state. So if a state gets to how I don't like it, I'll move. Like right now, if Florida gets any worse, I'll move to Alabama. I mean, I guess I get less intelligent when I move back to Alabama. That's what they say. But
Or you're smarter than everybody else.
or you're smarter than everybody else.
doesn't last long, though.
In Alabama.
Might become the president.
Oh.
Take this test.
Okay, Nick, it's been awesome having you talking about lizard people and Epstein and everything else.
He's got to come back. We got like 10 episodes of this to get through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Break
yeah,
all
we
this
do.
down.
Yeah, like an hour apiece, guys.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for joining us on
Adios.
Tactically Inappropriate again. We will see you guys again next time, and we
Tomorrow,
promise it won't be 8
The next
months.
day. The next day. The next day.